As much as we have a lot of things to say about foreign nationals, let me say Europe, white people, we have a lot of work to do within our own communities. We do have a lot of work to do. We do have a lot of things to better within ourselves. We are very blessed with a beautiful continent with so many diverse people, and we need to really groom that into being something really, really nice. You know, colonization is over, but the impact of colonization into many, many people's brains is horrendous. You can see it in things. And I mean, I have questions. I've questioned myself many times. Have you noticed that if you leave an African country and you move to the next African country, let's be honest with each other. Why is it that when an African person leaves his country, go to the next country of Africa and try to buy something, let's say you want to buy oranges or pineapple, or wants to do a purchase of whatever thing, or want to take the taxi, the price goes up. As soon as he opens his mouth to speak out and they can notice that he doesn't belong there, the price goes up. You know, we can be very hypocritical. We are the same people that blame Europe for colonization. We are the same people that say they have done us wrong, they've destroyed our countries, they've stolen from us, they continue to control us. Why is it difficult for African people to love each other, especially people from the neighboring country or from a different country? People that look just like you. They have the same issues, they've lived in the same community, same type of setups. You don't like them for what? Why does the price change? I mean, let's just say these people are evil, okay? We're talking about, you know who we're talking about. Let's say they are evil. Do you understand that if you go to France and you like to buy bread or an orange, it's €2 for the French person and €2 for the foreign national. It's €2 for the local blonde person and still €2 for the African national, Nigerian, Congolese, South African, Mozambican, Zimbabwean, Ghanaian, Ugandan, Kenyan. It's the same €2. But if you get a French person coming to your country, it's not going to be €2 for the bread. No, it's not going to be €2 for orange. It's not going to be €2 for taxis. Not even a French person, just a person from the neighboring country comes to your country, doesn't speak your local language, speaks English or any other, colonialist language. As soon as you hear his accent different, the price goes up. Why? And when they say we are dishonest, we get angry. How can you get angry? Isn't that dishonesty? Let's be honest about that. Why do we have so much hatred, so much reserves and defensiveness towards people that look just like that? I don't understand it. Let's say you get somebody that comes from another country, okay? Take a simple example. Somebody comes from a different country, comes from Kenya, and you want to marry a woman that's from Nigeria. What happens? Your child went to study somewhere, met a guy from Kenya. You are from Nigeria. And no, this man from Kenya come to your country, and certainly, this man and your daughter have developed something really, really real, okay? And they want to take it further. They come to your country with all the whatever and trying to make things happen. And she comes and speaks to you as a family. Oh, daddy, mommy, I've met this guy. He's a really good person and I feel like we can do something together. What's the natural reaction of Africans generally? Oh, where is he from? So in all of Nigeria, you haven't found a man. You only found a man in Kenya, right? Am I lying? And this doesn't matter whether it's Nigeria, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, or South Africa. You'll say, so in all of South Africa, you haven't seen a South African man that's good enough for you. The man that you found that is good enough comes from Kenya. However, as soon as your daughter comes home with a guy from Germany, that poses no problem, right? When it's a guy from Kenya, that's a problem. You don't like it. I mean, there are many men here. There are decent guys here. All of South Africa, there are decent guys here. Why do you choose a guy from Kenya? Why do you choose a guy from wherever? But if a German guy comes, that's fine. Oh, that's nice. Love has no, how do you say that? Love has no borders. But when the guy comes from the Congo, then you go to, why is that? That's hypocritical. And I think we need to grow out from, and we are the first people calling other people racist. That is racism in a different form. That is pure racism. Now, unless this guy, this foreign person, has got a lot of money, is rich, tremendously rich, like you don't even need to think about it. You can see it, the car he drives, the clothes he wears, then you're okay with that. Oh, that's fine. Oh, okay, he can come in. If he's just a normal guy with a normal job who's not necessarily suffering, you don't want him. Africans don't love each other. We don't. And we need to do a great amount of work toward that. We need to fix that. We cannot fight other people. We cannot pretend to be united, to be one people, if we don't bring these things out. And it's very difficult to fix something if you do not recognize it. I think I have a problem. My issue is I see Africans, I put them into boxes because I firmly believe that countries are just boxes. Okay, like Congo is just a box. When colonialists came, Africa was just one big block. Yeah, that's That's what it was. Bantu people, especially if in your country there are Bantu people, they came from Cameroon. That's the side, Central Africa. Cameroon, Central Africa. They came Congo, they came down fighting wars, they went down to South Africa. Yeah, that's the truth of Bantu people. That's the reason why most Bantu languages are very similar, because it's surely just same people going and moving one space to the other and settling and being different people. So at the time, Africa was just one block. People could see each other, talk to one another, go marry in the next village, go share food, do things as you please. Until in 1884, when the Europeans in Germany sat down discussing the future of Africa, saying we're gonna go down there, so we shouldn't fight each other. Let's just go down there, fellas. Okay, let's go down there. I'm gonna take the spot that's Britain speaking. I'm gonna take South Africa. I'll take Uganda. I'll take Kenya. French speaking. I'm gonna take Côte d'Ivoire, whatever, Congo, Brazzaville, and Germans and all that. They separated us, put us into boxes. So they say from now on, this space is gonna be called Congo, this box. And everybody within this box will only worry about things that are within this box, this Congo box. From now on, this box is going to be called South Africa. So everybody living within this South African box can only worry about things within South African box. Things that are happening on a neighbor's house doesn't concern you. That's why many countries, many people found themselves speaking the same language as the next country. Cousins were separated, right? You see people that look just like you, but they come from a different place. My question to you is this: as much as you believe in countries, have you ever taken an aeroplane? If you have, when you take an aeroplane, do you see line that separates countries? Can you see it with your naked eye? Can you see lines that separate countries with your naked eye? It's not possible. All you can see is trees and mountains and forest and water. You don't see lines that separate countries. So this country thing, story, it's imaginary. Yes, I understand there are groups, there are tribes, there are whatever, communities, but country as it is are imaginary things that were brought to us in order to separate us, to keep us apart from one another. And I'm not advocating necessarily to accept everybody with their flaws and negativity and stuff like that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying, you cannot perceive and have an opinion on everybody else based on what you thought of a certain group of people. It doesn't work that way. Africans need to do a much better job at stop comparing themselves with each other. We are not enemies. Yes, you can see some girl from another place and be perfectly, it's perfectly fine that you have something together. As long as your heart flows together, as long as you're feeling one another, as long as you respect each other's culture, you have the heart to learn from them, to learn their culture, their tradition, you've got the same values, you can move forward. I mean, I was watching a video online some time back. There was a lady from South Africa having a fight with her husband of many years. He was Nigerian. Like most couples, they fought and they were going to divorce. Now, unfortunately, at this point, this was a situation that was brought to the internet. Many things similar do happen, they just don't get to the internet. After reading the comments, I was heartbroken. I saw people saying, oh, why did she marry a Nigerian? So within the whole of South Africa, she couldn't find a man, she couldn't find a Zulu man, she couldn't find a Pedi man or Xhosa man, she couldn't find a Sotho man, she just went for a Nigerian. She's basically reaping what she sowed. Why did she go for a Nigerian? Now, this hurt my feelings and I explained why. So you meant to tell me that she's miserable because she married a Nigerian? She's not miserable because she married a guy with whom they have issues, but because the guy is Nigerian. Is that what you're saying to me? Okay, so in other words, Zulu men and Zulu women don't fight, right? So if a Zulu man marries a Zulu woman, they never divorce, right? Doesn't make sense. So this has nothing to do with nationalities. This has everything to do with two people not understanding each other. Okay, what is the hatred for? And I can understand some people have justified hatred based on their personal experience. Now here I'm talking about generalized hatred. You see a foreigner, you want to treat him different. Why? This is your brother. I think Africa needs to do a very good job. Like Europeans, you can go to Denmark. If you're in Denmark, you can go to Finland with no issue. You can go to Belgium, France, Germany. Nobody's going to look at you different. This is something they taught us. We have acquired and made native this hatred for each other. Like if your friend comes with a guy from a different country, you start asking questions like, what's wrong with you? No. What's wrong with you? You have such a closed mind. You can't see human beings for who they are. Treatment is different. You see a foreign national asking for help, direction or something. I mean, I've experienced that myself. They look at you like you're a sack of potato. Just because you're foreign, you haven't done anything wrong. You are very respectful. You say hi, but they just look at you like you don't belong here. That's wrong. I think Africa needs to do a much better job. Before we continue shouting and blaming everything on white people, saying white people are wrong, white people are this and that. I do understand they've done many wrongs in the past, but we can't just cling on that. We need to look at at ourselves also on how we treat each other. And this has nothing to do with just people from different countries. In most of your countries, don't even like each other in your tribes. Yeah, certain tribes feel that they are superior to other tribes. You can't talk to me like this because I'm from this tribe. Yes, that is racism. It's another form of racism. Tribalism, ethnicism. Fellas, let's do better. Let's have an Africa where people treat each other with respect and consideration. Give people their chance until they show you that they don't deserve a chance. Give people their chance until they show you the opposite. Don't prejudge people based on your personal construct of what you think they are. Maybe they are better people than you are, and you could learn one or two things from them. God bless.